Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome back to all of our We Are Weaver families, those of you who are returning and those of you who are brand new to the Weaver community. We are just so excited to have you here, and we're really excited that our school year starts in just a few short days. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Todd Schmidt. I am the really proud principal here at Weaver, going into my third year, and I just want to welcome you all and really just kind of get excited about what's coming up. We are so excited that we are having kids back in school, back full time, and I really just want to share with you some of the things that are going to help you and your family be so successful over this whole school year, as well, especially during that first week back. So I'm going to start with our theme for the year. Our theme this year is Unlock the Learning Adventure. And you're going to see this artwork around campus, and you're going to see it all year long. But I wanted to just share with you a little bit. You know, Weaver, our motto is a great place to learn. And with this upcoming year, really thought that Unlock the Learning Adventure was a great theme for the year. Because frankly, for me in my time here, I have just found that Weaver is a treasure chest. It's a treasure chest of learning and of learning opportunities and adventures for our students. And this past year, it's been challenging. It's been really hard. And I think that a lot of times things have been the key has been locked. And we haven't been able to have as many of those opportunities in the past year for obvious reasons. But you know what the thing for me is, and the word that I love to use, especially to describe Weaver, is community. And I believe that the teachers, the staff, the parents, our district, Los Alamitos, we're the key. And we're going to be able to unlock this treasure chest this year and really afford a lot of opportunities to help our students, discover their love of learning, discover their passions, what is so exciting, and to really help set them up so that they can just thrive once they leave here. So again, Unlock the Learning Adventure is our big theme for the year, and I'm really looking forward to sharing about that as well. I want to also just talk about what are some of the things that you're going to need in order to be successful, how to do drop off and pick up, what's that going to look like, what are some of the safety procedures, and then I really want to also talk about a lot of the special events that we have coming just in this first week to welcome everybody back. So let's kick things off. I want to start off a little bit with the drop-off and the pickup procedures, because obviously starting on that first day, where do you go? What do you do? How does it work? What are we keeping from last year? How are things going to be kind of changing? And I'm going to say that we learned a lot, and there were some silver linings in terms of how we did certain things, certain procedures. And so we're kind of meshing together some of those best practices to kind of come up with some ways to really make sure that we can increase student safety, and then also make sure that our community feels that they are welcome here on our campus. So starting off with, this has always been a big thing for those of you who are returning. You heard me say this a lot last year, but one of the big things is when we're doing drop off and pickup and you're in your car, it is really important to always keep the school to the right. No matter where you go, if you go clockwise around this school, you will be able to keep Weaver on the passenger side of your car. And that's the safe place, because then your kids can exit onto the sidewalk. We keep people safe. So I always just want you to kind of keep that mantra that when you are dropping off and picking up, always keep the school to the right, okay? Now, we're very lucky that we are in Rossmoor. And Rossmoor, the Homeowners Association, as well as the community as a whole, has really been emphasizing the need of speed. People tend to kind of go a little quicker than maybe they should. And with so many schools in Rossmoor, it is so vital. Please, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour. Please be observant of that. We've had kids that sometimes dart between cars. We've had certain things happen. And so really, we are asking, please, when you are driving through Rossmoor, especially when you are approaching one of the 4 elementary schools in Rossmoor, that you are driving the speed limit, maybe even a little bit slower. We want to keep everybody safe, and it just really helps. So again, please keep everything to the right, and please be following the speed of 25 miles per hour. Also, so we are going to have the different gates. One of the things that I said, we really loved having the gates and having different spots because it allowed people to kind of spread out and everybody wasn't cramming through one specific entrance. So we have 4 gates like we did last year. We did move one of them slightly, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But our gates will open at 7:55 in the morning. Okay, so 7:55 is when all gates will open, and the gates will close at 8:15. Now, Here are the 4 gates, and you can kind of see it on this map that I have here. Starting with gate number 1 is where our TK and kinder can be dropped off, as well as their siblings. We don't need to go to separate gates. If you have a TK or kindergartner, you can come through the Piedmont lot. Now remember, you can't park in the Piedmont lot. That is a staff-only parking lot, but it is a great spot because it's right next to the kindergarten playground. So that's gate number 1, TK and kinder drop off and pickup. The next gate is one that we had last year. It's on Foster, and it'll be for students whose last names are A through H. So if your student's last name is A through H, the Foster gate is going to continue to be a place that you can drop off your students. For those of you whose last names are I through O, we will continue to have you on Bostonian. So on the back end of campus is where I through O can drop off and pick up. Again, a nice, easy place to be able to spread everybody out. Now, last year we were on Wembley and for our P through Z. But what we decided, just because we don't want to create traffic jams and there's not a lot of space on Wembley, we moved P through Z as well as our buses, because busing is available again this year, is going to be at the main gate. So right out front is where P through Z and our buses may drop off and pick up. Now, if you're going to be just dropping off and picking up, again, always keep the school to the right. Don't drop off on the opposite side of the street and have students cross the street unaccompanied. It is too dangerous. We really want to make sure our students are safe. Use the established crosswalks, okay? We have right on the corner of Bostonian and Foster, we have a crossing guard who's there, but we also have some other crosswalks. Please use those as well. When you are approaching the marked drop-off zone, parents, please stay in your car, okay? We'll have people who will come help you get your kiddo out, get their stuff out. But again, parents remain in their car. Students exit to the right onto the sidewalk with their belongings. And then we are going to talk a little bit about parents who would like to escort their kids on campus. That's right. Parents, you may actually come onto campus in the morning as well. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. So, parents, hey, we want to welcome you back to campus. You are welcome to enter with your students when we open those gates at 7:55. And students may use the playground, really students only may use the playground until the first bell rings at 8:10. Students in grades 1 through 5, you'll drop off your backpacks. Right by, we have teacher signs this year where you'll be able to just drop off your backpack and then use the playground if you'd like to. And it is also where you'll meet your teacher each day. You'll line up at your teacher sign, and we do it by grade level. So people, it's usually easy to kind of find, but our teachers are usually out there early, and then a lot of will be right there at 8:10 as well. So parents and students, it is really important, though, that you remain on the blacktop, okay? Now, our TKK students, as I said, you're going through the Piedmont gate, so you'll be on the kinder playground. Parents, that's where you drop off and pick up, and we have you just drop off your kiddo, and then we'll be able to move on from there. So big thing is that we can't have right now safety guidelines. We cannot have parents just going into classrooms. So parents, please, out of respect for our teachers as well as our staff, please do not leave the blacktop. You can stay on the blacktop area, the field area, that's all totally fine. We blow that first whistle at 8:10, everyone freezes, and we have kids line up. And then that's where we'll have everyone say goodbye, say their goodbyes, and then our teachers will take their students to class. So again, please don't go visit classrooms, don't drop off anything. We really are trying to kind of, again, be respectful of that time unless you have a scheduled appointment or you've arranged something with the teacher ahead of time. So once the tardy bell rings at 8:15, teachers will escort their students to the classroom. Parents should make their way to the gates to exit. And we will, again, if you get there after 8:15, the main gate will be the only place that will be open for students to be dropped off. All right, so what about pickup? Okay, so pickup, again, parents, you are welcome to come on to campus. We will open the gates at 2:40, so you can come on, meet your student on the blacktop, meet them right out there to be able to be there. We will close the gates at around 2:50. Again, same thing. Always keep the school to the right. If you are going to do the drop-off pickup where you're just going to meet at the gate, you've arranged with your child, meet me at the gate. I will pick you up there. Wonderful. Keep the school to the right. Kids will come in on the passenger side. Stay in your car. We'll help you. There will be people out there as well to help load up students as well. So again, parents, you are welcome to come onto campus and meet your child on campus. Please, if you are going to do that, please don't park on the school side. On the right side, please park on the opposite side, just so that, again, we can continue to keep the flow of traffic moving. We really want to be respectful of our neighbors, as well as keeping everybody really, really safe as well. To help with pickup, we did this last year. This worked out really, really well, and I will be sending out a link that you'll be able to just go ahead and fill this in, print it out, and have it ready. If you put this on the passenger side of your dashboard, have the last name, first name of your student or students, their grade levels, as well as their teacher. It allows us to be able to connect students to the car, get you on your way really, really quickly. So this has been a huge help for us with drop off and pickup, is for parents to have just a sign that goes on the passenger side of the dashboard that lets us know who you're looking for, their grade level, and their teacher as well. Okay, so again, this will come out. I do have it as a link that you can, again, just fill it in, print it out, and be ready to go. Some tips and suggestions, just again, to help with this whole process as we again bring everybody back to campus. Like I said, if you're planning on walking onto campus to drop off or pick up, please do not park on the school side of the street. We would like to keep the school side of the street safe for families that are dropping off or picking up from their cars. Again, we want to just be able to keep it moving. And when a car is parked there and people have to go around it, it creates hazards. So again, if you're going to be walking onto campus, park on a side street, park on the driver's side of the street. That would be really, really helpful so that we, again, can keep the flow around the right side of campus, keep it going for people who are just picking up from their cars. And then, again, love the fact that we are part of the Rossmore community, but please be respectful of our neighbors. Please don't block driveways. Really be mindful of that, okay? We really do want to be respectful of our neighbors all the way around. So please do not block driveways, even if you're just running over to pick up somebody. Just, again, please don't block our neighbors' driveways. And then there are several families who have reserved spots. We have several staff members who have reserved spots on campus in our parking lots, and we ask that you please be courteous and don't park in a reserved parking spot. The names are on there. If that's not you, please don't park in those spots, okay? It really is just, we're trying to show that courtesy and empathy to our students. We want to model that as well. So please, again, be mindful of that. All right, safety. How are we going to handle safety on campus? What are going to be the protocols that we're going to be following? Again, Los Alamitos is following the guidelines that have been established by the CDC, the CDPH. We work with the Orange County Department of Health. So these are all safety protocols that will be followed across the district, across the county, across the state. These are what we're utilizing as well. This is not unique to just Weaver. We didn't come up with our own. Los Al didn't just come up with their own. We are following the guidelines that have been established. So what are they like? Well, let's start with masks. Masks is a big issue for a lot of people. Let's talk a little bit about that. First off, please note that masks will be required of all students and staff, regardless of your vaccination status. And since most of our students are under the age of 12, they're not vaccinated right now, but they must wear a mask when they are indoors, in an indoor setting, okay? And we have to do that, even our staff, when students are present. So that includes everything from classrooms, the library, cafeteria lines, as well as restrooms. If you are indoors, you need to be wearing a mask, okay? So that is the expectation. We will be requiring that from everyone who is on campus and in an indoor setting. Now, we are super excited, again, like I said, to have recess and lunch and PE. So the great part is, according to the guidelines, masks are optional. You may wear them if you choose. You do not have to wear them. And that includes all students, staff, and community members once outside. So once you're outside, masks are optional. And that applies to lunch, recess, PE, our outdoor lessons, as well as our outdoor events. We're bringing flag ceremony back. I'm going to talk about that one as well. But families, if you're on campus, outdoors, you may wear a mask if you would like, but you are not required to wear one when you are outside and on campus. So flag ceremony, carnival, jogathon, all of those types of things. When we're outside, masks are optional. And as always, if a student doesn't have one, we will, of course, provide one for them. We're also taking some additional safety steps. Again, some of the best practices that we learned that really helped out quite a bit. We will continue to encourage frequent hand washing as well as hand sanitizing before and after recesses, lunches. First thing in the day, a lot of our teachers are really great about making sure kids are washing their hands before we start our days. We will continue with the daily disinfecting and sanitizing of classroom surfaces. We've also brought in some additional lunch tables into our lunch area. This is just to allow students to spread out a little bit more if they'd like. We don't need to have them crammed together. We are going to allow them to spread out if they choose. We are also going to be continuing the practice that if a student is ill, whether or not they have COVID, we are going to be asking that you keep them home. It really does help keep everybody else healthy and safe. And so we're very going to be continuing that practice as well. And then the district was wonderful and purchased a lot of fresh air filtration systems with HEPA air purifiers, and we have changed those filters just to start off the year. We change them frequently. So again, we will be continuing with that practice as well. Volunteers. I just want to really touch on this really quickly. Yes, we are going to be having volunteers back on campus, but we're still waiting for a lot of the guidance and how that's all going to work. But I will say, volunteers, we are definitely looking forward to having you back on campus. But one thing we do know for sure is that volunteers must be vaccinated. Okay, that is going to be happening. Again, what that exactly will look like in terms of showing proof of, we're still waiting a little bit on that, but please note that volunteers, if you would like to volunteer inside our classrooms or inside our library, any indoor area, you will need to be vaccinated in order to participate. Okay. All right. So now that we got that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the exciting stuff. For the special events, the things that we have coming up here, we again are so excited to have everybody back. So let's talk about some of the things that we're doing to welcome back the We Are Weaver community. Starting with our welcome back celebration. So this is going to be on Tuesday, August 3rd from 3 to 4:30. Used to be a teacher reveal. We'd have things posted on the gates outside. People would be in the parking lot, the front parking lot. Nope, we're changing that up. It's going to be a celebration, and we are opening up the outdoors of campus. And so it is a chance for you to come find out who your teacher is, who will be for the year, and then even a chance to go see, where's my classroom? Where am I going? So that I know kind of where my classroom is before that first day of school. We're going to have music and photo booths. There's a scavenger hunt. There's some special surprises. We're going to have a lot of special guests on campus. Super excited about that as well. But we will have it in the outdoors area of our campus. So our campus is going to be open to our families. And then really excited because our friends at Kona Ice will also be here as well. The Kona Ice trucks will be here, and you can purchase treats as well. So again, we're really looking forward to it. We hope to see everybody here. You get to find out again who your teacher is going to be on that first day of school. 3 to 4:30, we will be here and ready to welcome everyone back. Then that evening kind of become a tradition, and I really, really do enjoy it so much. For our new families, our kinder families, our TK families, one of the things I absolutely love to do each month is to have a chance to read stories. I love reading stories. I read in classrooms, but I also found that one of my fun things to do is to be able to do it online. So what I do is you can follow Weaver Principal on Facebook, and at this Tuesday, August 3rd at 6 p.m., I moved it slightly forward because I do know that a lot of our new younger students go to bed earlier. So it'll be at 6 p.m. I'm going to be reading on Facebook Live. So you get to have a bedtime story from the comfort of your own home. And the story that I will be reading is from Jacqueline Woodson, and it's called The Day You Begin. So I hope you'll join me. Again, that it's free. You can do it you watch it from your computer, but I do, and it's really great. I have people make comments, and I welcome everybody. It's really a lot of fun. So I hope you'll join me for our bedtime story with Dr. Schmidt to kick off the school year, Tuesday, August 3rd at 6 p.m. You just need to follow Weaver Principal on Facebook in order to take part. Then the first day of school, Wednesday it is. We are so excited to welcome you all back, ready to get going here. So all of our TK and K students, you'll meet over on the kindergarten playground. You'll meet your teachers. Everybody will be over there. All first through fifth grade students will meet on the upper playground, and you'll look for the sign with your teacher's name. They're on there. We have these nice A-frame signs. You'll be able to see your teacher's name. You'll be able to meet right over there. First bell rings at 8:10. Always, all year long, 8:10 is our first bell. Our tardy bell rings at 8:15. You show up after 8:15, we do consider that tardy. So again, please make sure you're there when that first bell rings at 8:10. Then we'll have some time for you to take pictures, talk with the teachers. Again, we are outdoors, but we do want to go ahead and really kind of, again, have that bit of a celebration as well. Then dismissal. So this is a unique kind of a dismissal time on that first day of school. So if you are a TK or kindergarten parent, please note that dismissal is at 11:15 on the first day of school. It's right before lunch. So 11:15 is your dismissal for our TK and K students. First through fifth grade, your dismissal will be at 1:20. So it'll be right after lunch. So first through fifth grade, you're here till 1:20. TK through K, you are dismissed at 11:15. Now, parents, for some of you, this might be a tough time here. There might be a few tears, maybe from your student, maybe from you, not sure. Others of you are very excited. And so we have, in a partnership with our PTA, come up with what will now be known as the Boohoo Woohoo Breakfast. And it will be out on the field, a separated area on the field for our parents right after our kids go back to class, we are inviting parents to come join us out on the backfield where our amazing Weaver PTA will be hosting a breakfast. It's a chance to meet some new parents, say hello, and again, either celebrate or maybe commiserate a bit as well. So again, we hope you'll join us right after we send the kids to class for our Boohoo Woohoo breakfast on the backfield. Then for our TK and kindergarten students and their parents. So this is a parent-only event. So if you are a TK or K parent, we have a special back-to-school night just for you. So that will be on Thursday, August 5th, and it'll be from 5 to 6 p.m. It is in person. Everyone must be masked. Okay, so if you're coming to our back-to-school night for either of our back-to-school nights, please note that masks are required for all participants, regardless of vaccination status. Okay, so you do need to be wearing a mask when you're inside as well. But this is just for our TK and kinder parents. And for those of you who have a 1st through 5th grader, we will be having that back to school night on August 10th. So again, TK back to school night will be on Thursday, August 5th. Then we are going to be having our first flag ceremony, and I'm really, really excited that we're going to be able to bring everybody back. We encourage parents and community members to come be a part of it. It'll be right when the tardy bell rings. We're not having the kids go to class. We're going to meet right on the blacktop, have our first flag ceremony to kind of kick off the school year. That'll be at 8:15. It's a wonderful time. We do the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a patriotic song. We do the Weaver Pledge, as well as, and this is very exciting here, and I know for some of our teachers, this is a big deal. We are going to be singing the Weaver song. You're going to get to hear the Weaver song. It's okay if you don't know it yet. You will know it because that's how we always end our flag ceremonies. So I hope you will come join us. We will be out on the large blacktop. Students, you'll find your teacher sign. Parents, we're going to be allowing you to be able to come around the whole edge there. But we are really hoping to have you come join us. We want flag ceremony to be a community event. So that will be on most Fridays, unless there happens to be a holiday or a special event that would keep us from being able to have it. So again, most Fridays, we will be having flag ceremony. So we hope that all family members will come join us for that as well. Schedules, just again, August 4th, 7:50. I'm sorry, this should say 7:55. I apologize. I should say 7:55. I will change that before I send this all the way out. But 7:55 is when the gates will open. First bell will ring. We'll have some time for you to take pictures with your kids and their teachers. 11:15 is the dismissal. 1:20 is the dismissal for 1st or 5th grade. 11:15 for our TK and K students. On August 5th, we start again. 8:10 is when the bell rings. 8:15 is the tardy bell. You meet on the blacktop. You'll meet on the blacktop each and every day. 12:45 from this point for the next couple of weeks for our TKK, you will be dismissing at 12:45 each day. And then for August 5th, 2:40, for our 1st through 5th graders. And then we, again, have that back to school night for our TK and K parents. Again, please, parents, it is a parent-only event. We really are trying to just make sure that we just have the adults on campus during that time. And that's from 5 to 6 p.m. Then on August 6th, we will be having a lot of fun things happening here. We have our flag ceremony, which will be starting right at 8:15. So just kids will come in, they'll sit down, and we will get started on the large blacktop. Then our amazing ambassadors program, which is our 5th graders. A lot of our 5th graders take part in our ambassadors program, and they will be leading the school in the expectation assemblies. And those will be outdoors as well, be in the same spot that we're doing our flag ceremony. And so again, it's just a really, really great time for us to just kind of talk about what do we hope for our students and what are the things that we expect out of our students. We have a high bar, and we really want to make sure that everybody is aware of what we're looking for and how they can be an active member of the We Are Weaver community. And then again, 12:45 dismissal for TK and K, and then 2:40 as well for our 1st through 5th grade. So on that, I hope you are so ready to unlock the learning adventure with me this year. Cannot wait to see all of these faces. I cannot wait to just welcome you all back. We are really looking forward to creating a year that is just going to be absolutely amazing. And I hope you are as excited as I am for the start of this school year. Have a great day, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And let's make this a great place to learn. Bye, everyone.